Yo you lots, I got a video gonna show you lots the best perks to use as an attacker on pro clubs on FIFA 22. Now for those that don't know what perks do, well they basically grant you, these little boosts or these little attributes to your build. Now these perks can either last for the whole game or they can have a time limit for about 15 seconds, 20 seconds. I don't know exactly what the time limit is, but there is a certain time limit to each perk. And obviously there's more to the perks that I haven't discussed about yet, but we will get into it when we look at the perks in detail. But before I do get straight to the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and drop a fat thumbs up on this video if you did enjoy it. Now guys, for the perks, I'm going to make a little tier system, from A to D. A, which is in the top, would be a meta or OP perk that you should use, and down in the bottom would be throw it in the bin, and that would be D. Now I feel like this perk ranking might be controversial, there might be arguments or disagreements, but if you guys do disagree or think that maybe the perk should be on A or D or whatever, this is basically my opinion. I haven't used every single perk in the whole game, so I'm not too sure, but I'm just reading it out, and there are some perks which I have used already, so I can actually help you with some of these perks, but not all of these perks have been used yet because the game just came out and not everyone's going to be starting on level 25 or 17, but later on, maybe in a few months, I might make a updated version on the tier list for the perks. Also, this grade system or tier list is just for attackers. Some of these perks might be very OP, but for an attacker they might be useless, so it would make sense why a passing perk such as precision passing would be high for a midfielder and lower for an attacker. Also, these attacking perks only apply for left wingers, right wingers, strikers, centre forwards, and that's it. I will make a video for the midfielders and defenders and goalkeepers very soon. And that's all I got to say for you guys, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the first perk, which is an A. So guys, the first perk for an attacker, and that has to be distant shooter. This perk is a joke, it's ridiculous. If you master green lights with this perk, I swear to God, it's a long day for everyone in the other team. And I know a lot of you guys know about this year, how finesse shots are absolutely broken, they're OP this year, so it kind of makes sense why it's an A, and it's so easy to activate. You just take a long shot, that's it. In my opinion, it's clearly the best perk in the game. That's the first perk for A. Now I'm gonna talk about the second attacking perk for A, which is skilled dribbler. It's very easy to activate, you just need to dribble the ball, and this perk is very key and important for a winger, especially if you want to be an efficient dribbler and skiller. I haven't tried this perk yet, but it looks very OP, but definitely an A perk. Now for the next perk, which is active first touch. This perk, in my opinion, is definitely top 3. It gives you a speed boost, I'm not even joking, that is overpowered. It increases your ball control, your acceleration and sprint speed, so when you get that ball, you're gone. I can't even recall how many times I've destroyed people with active first touch. I definitely advise using this perk. And now we are done with tier A. We got 3 perks there, you guys can see it right now. It looks nice and neat, of course. Also, I know some of you lots are looking at it, it's grey. I know the skilled dribbler one is grey, but you have to remember I haven't unlocked it yet, I'm still a low level. When I actually make an updated version of the tier list, hopefully all of them should be unlocked. But now we can move to tier B. For the first perk for B, that has to be clutch finisher. It's by far the best perk in B. It increases your shooting attributes during the last 15 minutes and extra time. You get the finesse shot trait, you get the outside foot shot and power header traits, and it increases your weak foot ability. And not only it lasts for 15 minutes in the end of the game or near the end of the game, you also get till extra time as well. That's why it's better than the 2 perks I'm going to discuss after. The only problem I have with the perk, it should last longer, like 20 to 30 minutes maybe. If it was 20 to 30 minutes, I would have put it on A tier, but it's not. And you have to remember, let's say you're losing, usually teams they sit back and they just play possession football, so really and truly you're not going to be able to do anything because they're just time wasting. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad perk, it's really good, but it's just not A tier, man. Now for the second perk, that has to be quick replay. It's basically the same perk as clutch finisher, but the difference is that when you concede a goal, you'll get these shooting attributes, you'll get this finesse shot trait, you'll get the outside foot shot, power header, stuff like that. It's definitely in B, it's a really good perk. but Clutch Finisher is slightly better because it carries on till extra time. It's still a good perk yet again, but not A because of the time limit. Now for the next perk, which is Hot Streak, another similar perk, but the difference is that when you score a goal, you get this attribute boost, or finesse shot trait, outside foot shot, power header trait, and weak foot ability for 15 minutes. A very good perk, but you guys know the problem already. It's 15 minutes, that's too short, it should be longer than that. But it's a B tier, clear as day. For the next perk, which is in the B tier, which is Physical Strength. Very OP perk, it boosts the strength, ball control and jumping when you're justling, you're shielding or heading the ball. I actually used this perk as a striker, and I was actually throwing defenders in the ground and holding the ball as a striker, and I did score a few headers with this perk. Can't lie guys, this is definitely a B tier. Now for the final B tier perk, it has to go to Pinpoint Cross. Very self-explanatory, it increases your crossing accuracy and ability when performing a cross, and grants the player the swerve, flare, early crosser trait and 5-star weak foot ability. This is very important if you're a winger because wingers do cross the ball a lot. I would definitely put this in low B tier, and that's it for the B tier. This is how the tier list looks so far. All that's left is the C and D and we're done. So now let's move to the C tier. The first C tier perk we got is the one-time shot. It improves your finishing ability during one-time shots or headers, and it grants the finesse shot, flare, outside foot shot and power header traits, and it increases your weak foot ability. The reason why I never added this perk in B or A tier, because usually one-time shots happen when you get into a sweaty position and you just tap it in. Because me personally, when I receive the ball, I'll take a few touches, then I'll shoot it, or I'll just cut in and shoot. I'll never just shoot first time because AI blocking happens and you won't get a shot in. And it does say it improves your headers, but I would never put it on B and A just because of headers. I would rank this as an okay perk to use, and that's it. And there are many better perks in B and A, but this is definitely high C. Now for the next perk, which is Tireless Runner. This perk grants the second wind and solid player traits. The second wind trait usually gets activated around the 75th minute or 70th minute. I'm not too sure about when it gets activated, and also it could be activated if you're losing the game as well. But when you get second wind, you basically get some stamina back, or a certain amount of stamina back. However, for the solid player trait, it is basically pointless and useless. No explanation needed. I know every single person on pro clubs last year didn't get this trait. It is the most useless trait in the game. If solid player was its own perk, I would have put it on the lowest tier in D, and I ain't gonna lie, that would have been the worst perk in the game. However, second wind is very important on pro clubs, always has been, and it basically carries the Tireless Runner perk to tier C. If this was a perk for midfielders, I would have probably put it on B, especially since box to box midfielders, they do the most running in the pitch and would therefore need that perk the most, since they're going from one box to the other. Let's move to the next perk in tier C. The next perk is Precision Pass. So Precision Pass increases the player's normal pass accuracy and speed, and grants players the swerve and flare traits and 5-star weak foot ability. Don't get me wrong, this is a good perk, but this is a perk you wouldn't use for attacker, you would more likely use it for midfielder, so I will drop this in C. The next perk is Threaded Pass. It increases through pass and lofted through pass accuracy, grants the player the swerve and flare traits and 5-star weak foot ability. Another C tier perk for an attacker. For midfielder, it would have been more, but it's a really good perk, regardless of whether it's an attacking perk or midfielder perk. Now we're going to move on to the last C tier perk, and that's going to go to the Set Piece Beacon perk. So basically, this perk increases your heading attributes during set pieces, such as free kicks, corner kicks, throw-ins for 5 seconds after the ball is in play, and it grants you the power header trait. I can't lie guys, it's a good perk, but there are so many perks that are much better than this, man. Even though it will be helpful if you're a tall striker or a poacher, instead of wasting a slot, you can put those skill points into heading accuracy. And about the power header trait, I'm not too sure whether it's OP this year, but if it's OP, do tell me in the comments below. And now guys, we are done with C tier. This is how A, B and C look so far, and now all that's left is the D tier. So for the first perk in a D tier, which is Assist Streak, after assisting a goal, it boosts passing attributes for a short time, and it gives the player the swerve pass trait, and this will last for about 15 minutes. There are two reasons why I put this in the D tier. First, in my opinion, they should make it longer, and what I mean by longer, I mean a time limit, because 50 minutes is very short. I think in my opinion it should be around 20 to 30 minutes. That would make the perk better. Also, the assist streak perk is for midfielder. It's not really for an attacker. If it was for a midfielder, I would have put it on B or C. And now, let's move to the final perk in the D tier. The set piece specialist increases your player's abilities doing set pieces, grants you the giant throw-in, powerful driven free kicks, long throw-in, and set play specialist traits. I'm gonna be real with you guys. If you're trying to have fun in the game, I would use the perk because you do get the powerful driven free kicks, which sounds fun, but there is no way in hell I'm gonna spend a whole slot, perk slot, on a long throw in and giant throw in. Like, what's the point of that? The set piece specialist is trash. The only thing I would say is interesting about the perk is the powerful driven free kicks, but other than that, I wouldn't waste my time getting a perk. And now we are finally done with the tier list. Let's have a look at the tier list so far. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking nice. But if you guys think I'm wrong about the tier list, do go to the comments below and tell me the order it should have been. But other than that, I'm done with the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Let's try to get 2k subscribers. Also, don't forget to join my Discord, always active, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.